Yesterday I had another realization. Similar to the accusing voice, I also used to have this "it is not enough" as a subtitle to my life. All the life situations have this kind of impression behind them. As if my whole life had this backing track of "it is not enough, it is not enough, it is not enough." And now I don't think it determines everything I do. I think I'm more free than ever, and maybe because of that I can really see through it now. Like, oh, do I really have that? Or is it something I really listen to still? So it's like, exactly because it doesn't define me all the time, now I can really look at it and see like, oh, this is not me actually. And I think that's the greatest freedom, when you see something that is off, that is not the nature of God in you, and you just see that this is not who I am, this doesn't belong to me essentially. It's not like I'm suppressing or denying it, it's like, it's there, I let it be there, all these bad impressions and feelings and thoughts. It's just, I don't have to believe they are me. I don't have to follow them, and I don't have to like take them seriously. And I think it is the greatest freedom. It is a greater freedom than knowing why it is there, and all the traumas and all the connections of why this, how I internalize this and how this happened. It can be powerful at times to know why I think shit, but it doesn't always help that much. But it always helps me, at least, when I realize, with or without big psychological connections, that this is not who I am. This is just a thought pattern, this is just a feeling, this is just an impression, this is just the way I usually flee from the world. I flee to these kind of reactions, but they are not me. And I think that's where psychology and the kingdom of God like meets. Like, this is just a thought, but this is not me. This belongs to the sin nature, to the false self, but essentially this is not who I am. And just seeing that causes a great freedom. Like, even if I catch myself having that again, it's like, but that's not me. And it's very powerful. I don't know, I can't even describe it, how freeing it is when I realize something like that. And yesterday I had this realization that I have this, it is not enough for everything. I do something, it is not enough. I'm supposed to do the contrary, and when I do the contrary, it is not enough. And no matter what I do and how I manage my time and how I manage my efforts and attention, it is always not enough. And I wish to be someone else, and I wish to have better skills, and I wish to have more time. And I just realized that this is a losing game. Like, it is always not enough. Like, I determine that it's not enough in a certain way, and then I do the exact opposite, and it is still not enough. And I'm like, I can never win. And yeah, it's just like, oh, but this is just something my mind says. Like, this is not more than a mental commentary. And leave it there. So it's not like there is something true about it. It's not like, it doesn't define me. It's just there because I used to believe that. So this lie believes that I'm a good audience to it because I used to believe it so long. And maybe it takes time for it to leave or realize that I'm no longer interested. But even if it stays forever and comments on everything that it is not enough, I'm gonna be like, whatever. So yeah, I don't want to talk that much. I want Jesus to speak. So just rest and listen to him. It is happening way deeper than your thoughts, so just lay down. It's like laying down on the operating table. Maybe it sounds a bit negative, but it's like you don't cut yourself on the operating table. You don't make the operation go well. Like you don't hold the scissor. You just trust that the one who is way more educated and experienced in operating people does it. So we have all these stupid thoughts and stupid like mechanisms, and we just rest in God and we trust that he knows how to deal with this, and we just lay there. So this is what I'm asking you to do now. Just receive the love of God through those words. You are enough. What you do is enough. Your performance is enough. Your education is enough. Your location is enough. Your way of living is enough. How much you know me is enough. How much you believe is enough. How many miracles you've seen is enough. How much time you spend with me is enough. How you deal with people is enough. That your actions are enough. Your motivation is enough. Your attitude is enough. Everything about you is enough. And of course, you will know greater freedom and manifest the fullness of my nature. But right now you need to know that where you are at right now is enough. You're enough for me. You're enough for my Father. You're enough for the eternal Spirit. You are enough for your entire heavenly family. And we all think that it was an awesome idea that you are born to the earth. And we all think every day, we come to this conclusion that it was an awesome idea for you to choose this life. You are at the right time, at the right place. There is nothing wrong or inappropriate about you. Everything about you, everything about your being, all aspects of your life is enough for us. Would you agree with me that you are enough? It's not like I will leave you there. It's not like there is no improvement. It's like having the peace and acceptance and love right where you are. And you deserve full acceptance and love where you are at right now. When you think that you are not enough, it has a lot of consequences. Then you think that you are not worthy of a lot of things. And right now, I need to tell you that you are worthy. You are worthy of my love. You are worthy of my gifts, of my blessings. You are worthy of being my child. You have full permission to be my child. You are worthy of having a full life. You are worthy of life. And you are worthy of an awesome life. You are worthy of an own house, an own car. You are worthy of a great deal of money and good opportunities. You are worthy of living a good existence. You think that it is bad or there's some bad motivation behind it when you long for good things in this world. And it is not something bad. You long for good things because I created you for good things. Sometimes you shut down my good gifts because you think you don't deserve them. And you think by believing that you are undeserving of them, you keep yourself humble or pure or your motivations clean. And I need to tell you, you are not able to keep your motivations clean. Only I can. You can have the most terrible motivations and attitude by having zero resources, zero money, and zero influence. And I want to give you influence and money and power in this world. Yes. Because I'm gonna keep you humble and clean and the motivation's right. You no longer have to cut off the things I want to give you by this belief that I'm not worthy. You are worthy of living your full potential, living your destiny, living all the things that I've written about you, manifesting my divine nature on this earth. You are worthy of having great power and use this power to lift others up. Yes, I want you to shine. I want you to be better than. It's good to be better than. You won't be arrogant and you won't push people down just because you let your light shine. I created this light in you to place it in front of people so that they might see through your light. So don't cover it up. Don't make yourself look less talented, less beautiful, less successful, more in the background, just to make other people comfortable or prevent them from being jealous or critical of you. You think that you are protecting yourself and others from bad things by sabotaging yourself with this belief that you are not worthy. You are worthy of everything, all heavenly and earthly blessings. You are worthy of receiving things without working for them. You are worthy of not paying the price for things. You are worthy of receiving gifts. Earthly gifts, but also heavenly. You are worthy of experiencing that much peace and intimacy that most people work for decades for. You're worthy of living as close to me as people who spend decades in silent contemplation just waiting on me. You're worthy of receiving anything of my kingdom. And you are also worthy of living with them as I would live with them. You are worthy of being unconditional love as I am unconditional love. You are worthy of giving and lifting others up, because that's what God would do, and this is who you are. You are worthy of being big and visible and powerful and rich. You are worthy of everything in my kingdom. Just because. You don't have to pay for it. My kingdom works like that. If you know what I know, if you agree with me that you are enough and you are worthy, you can have everything that you are worthy of. Would you please agree with me? That you are worthy. You don't have to be afraid of outshining others. You won't be better than others because you push them down. You will be better than because I lift you up. And there is nothing more humble than allowing me to lift you up. You don't have to keep yourself humble. This is something I do. And the most humble thing ever is shining the brightest you possibly can. That's the way you help the world the most. If you allow me to bless you in every possible way, before you reach this imaginary set bar of being good enough to get it, being holy enough to get it, or being whatever enough. It is enough. And your improvement on many levels are up to me and not up to your efforts. So don't limit yourself by believing that you are unworthy. Now you can leave that belief. Just give it to me now. Just say, I don't want to limit you and me by believing less than what you believe of me. I believe I am worthy of everything you want to give to me. And I believe you when you say that I will use it as you would use it. And I will live with them the way you lived with them. Amen.